Once, in every FME's lifetime, there's an enhancement that's a new chapter in the history of Workbench. First, there were manual connections. Then there was drag and insert. Now, in FME 2009, a new technology is born: Click-Connect. Okay, so it's not really life-altering. It's not going to make the front page of the New York Times or win a Nobel Prize for ETL, but this is a key enhancement for FME 2009 and useful in many situations. Let's go back to the original workspace to look at this in more depth. To create a connection with the Click-Connect, I simply need to hover over an output port, click, and you'll notice that the cursor has changed and the highlight color of the port changed. Now I move over to this input port, click on there, and the connection is made. Now the nice thing is I can do the same thing in reverse. So I can start out by clicking on this input port and then go back to a prior output port. Click that and the connection is made. Another useful function is the integration with the control key. For example, I click on this output port. Now I press the control key down and click on this input port. That makes the connection. Now, keeping the control key pressed down, I can carry on and make connections to multiple input ports. And you'll see as long as I keep the control key pressed down, that port stays highlighted. And then I release it, click somewhere else, and that's done. Here's an example where Quick Connect can come in very useful indeed. In this situation, I want to make a connection from this transformer to a transformer that's off the edge of my canvas. I could zoom out, but then everything might be zoomed to the scale where making a connection is a lot less easy. So what I do, I click on there, enter Click-Connect mode. I use the middle mouse button, put me in pan mode. I pan across to my other transformer and I click there to make the connection. Now I can do this without using the middle mouse button, which is a bit longer. I have to click there, go to the menu bar, enter pan mode, pan across, back to the menu bar, into action mode. And even though the cursor's not changed, I am back in Quick Connect, and I click and that connection is made. Here, instead of the pan tool, I'm going to use Workbench's overview window to move to a different area of canvas. So I click on my output port to connect, I click in the overview window where I want to move to, and the display moves. I'm still in Quick Connect mode. I click and make the connection. Quick Connect doesn't just work on feature connections, it also works on attribute connections. For example, here I need to do some manual attribute mapping. I can click on name and click there to map that attribute. And I can do the same for all of the other attributes. Now if I click on something and then decide I don't want to connect in attributes or features, all I need to do is click on the canvas in a blank area and the Quick Connect mode is exited. Of course, if you're mapping attributes manually, you'll want to right click and replace them all with an attribute copier. Thanks for checking out this demonstration of new functionality in FME 2009. For more examples and information, visit fmeusercentral.com.